Hey guys, Mix here. Today we're going to be working on the Suzuki DRZ 110 and putting in new piston rings. We have the DRZ here, and I just got the piston rings in, so we're going to try and replace them. I've never really worked on like an overhead cam engine before. I've only really worked on like small engines like Predators. So this is going to be like a learning lesson for both me and maybe you. So we're just going to jump straight into it, and first off I'm just going to take off the cam cover and then loosen the cam chain. So before I go any further, I just want to drain out the oil first. It would just make this whole process a lot cleaner. We have the oil draining out. We can move on to loosening up this cam chain. And also, if you guys are wondering, doing this on a DRZ and a KLX 110 are both the same exact thing. So just in case you guys are wondering, you have to do the same exact steps that you have to do on both of them. So now what you have to do is take a 10mm wrench and just take off these two bolts that are holding it onto the engine. And then just take them out all the way. There's one out. Alright, so now you have to take out the other side. Alright, now the tensioner is out. So on the cam there's a hash mark, and what you want to do is line it up with these threads, and then you know that the engine will be on top dead center. Alright, so the hash mark right there needs to be lined up or a little bit above those threads. And we're at that, so now we're at TDC, top dead center. Alright, so now what we could do is just take like an Allen wrench or Allen key. It's easier with an Allen wrench. And take off these two screws. And what you could do to keep the engine still is just take vice grips and lightly put it on to the center of the camshaft and make sure not to scar it up or anything. And then hold it still with your other hand and then just loosen it. So now you need to carefully take the chain off of the cam and just take the cam out. Alright, so now with the cam out, now we can start taking off these head bolts. But first, you need to take off those two in there, and we need to take off the exhaust. Exhaust is removed from the engine, and it is super nasty in there, just covered in oil. So I'm definitely gonna have to clean that up before I put this all back together. So now what we're gonna be doing is taking off these 4 head bolts, and then the 2 that are in there. All the head bolts are out. Now we have to take off the carburetor and take out the spark plug. Alright, so the carb is detached. Now I'm just going to take off this little hose from the engine. I don't know what it is, but it's just going to be easier if I take it off. So take it off from here and then take out the cylinder. Alright guys, so this hose is off. Now it's time to take off the cylinder. Alright, so when I slide it off, I need to make sure to feed the cam chain through the engine very carefully. And then there should be these plastic parts that are on the bottom and top of it. Okay, there we go. The head's off. And then there's the piston. Now we need to slide off the cylinder. It's really dirty on the bottom here, so I'm just gonna clean it up a little, wipe off all this dirt and everything that's on it, just so I don't get any dirt or anything inside of the cylinder, because that would not be good. I just say take the cam chain, put your back, take it out of the cylinder. So now the piston's out. Now we just need to get this head off here. There we go, the head is out. Here's the piston. It does look a little scored up and scratched up on the side skirt. So I am thinking about doing just a top end rebuild on it. You know, just getting a whole new piston for it. So I think I'm just gonna do a whole new top end rebuild on it, put on a whole new piston because the other one looks all scratched up. And I might as well while I have the cylinder off. So this is probably gonna be a couple parts of putting in this new piston and everything because I have to wait for it to come. I kind of figured that putting in the piston rings and everything would take about 2 parts anyway. So I'm gonna be concluding it here for this part of the pit bike build. Next part, we're gonna be putting in the new piston, putting it all back together and seeing if hopefully it starts back up. Also, we're probably gonna be cleaning up the cylinder and the head and also the exhaust. And also, we just hit 2,700 subscribers. We're growing insanely fast together, and thank you guys so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, get the big bore for it. I'll see what the prices are online, and if they're okay, then I might consider getting it. But anyway, please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.